Everyone's seen the screenshot. The Lambo, the 40,000%. The I turned $500 into 5 million. Nobody shows you the 10,000 accounts behind it that went to zero funding that one winner. This briefing is the part nobody tells you, where the money in crypto actually comes from, who actually gets it, and the receipts are going on screen. By the end, you'll know the 5 ways money is really made out here and which one is actually open to you. No hopium, no Lambo. Just the quiet math, fall in. Let's put one of these screenshots on the slab and cut it open. A green number with 6 zeros, a timestamp, a caption that says just vibes. Here's what the frame never shows. 1. The size. Was that a life-changing position or $50 of lottery ticket on a blockchain? You can't tell, and that's the point. 2. The count. How many wallets took the exact same shot and bled out in the dirt? A screenshot is 1 frame from a battlefield, cropped so you can't see the bodies. 3. The refills. How many times did that account reload before the one run that printed? Nobody posts their deposits. And 4. The timeline. A green month means nothing across a red year. The wasteland runs a whole bazaar of these stalls selling you the winning frame, because the winning frame sells courses, groups, and coins. Want the receipt on the whole genre? Blockchain security researchers audited one of the biggest Memecoin launchpads and found about 98.6% of its tokens collapsed to effectively dead, under $1,000 of liquidity shortly after launch. The screenshot economy is farming survivors out of a 98% graveyard. And our boy the degen, he's not the one selling the screenshot. He's the customer, reposting it at 3 a.m. with rocket emojis, refreshing a chart like it owes him rent. Don't be the customer, recruit, be the coroner, autopsy first, always. Now the part they really don't tell you. Not opinions, peer-reviewed body counts. Brazil. Researchers watched every single person who started day trading the country's futures market across 3 years. Not a sample, everyone. Now take just the committed ones, the grinders who stuck it out more than 300 sessions. 97% of them lost money. Read that again. The ones who did not quit, 97 out of 100 negative. Roughly 1% outturned minimum wage. And the single best trader in the entire data set averaged about $310 a day, while riding daily swings over 20 times that size. That's the ceiling, that's first place. And the kicker, the study found no evidence that people improved with experience. The graveyard is not a school. Taiwan. 15 years of complete market records, every trade on the exchange, 1992 to 2006. Fewer than 1% of day traders were predictably, reliably profitable after fees, fewer than 1 in 100. The follow-up study clocked the churn. Barely 1 in 4 was still standing after 2 years, 1 in 7 after 3. The market doesn't graduate student squad, it processes them. So tattoo this line somewhere. The screenshot is the lottery winner's press photo. Nobody photographs the tickets on the floor. When someone sells you trading for a living off 1 green rectangle, they're not showing you the odds, they're showing you the ad. The math is quiet, the marketing is loud, and the graveyard doesn't post. So if most traders lose, where does the money go? Somebody's eating. Follow the ledger. Every trade you fire pays rent to 3 landlords, win or lose. Landlord 1, fees. The venue takes a slice of every order both directions forever. You gambled, the casino got paid either way. The slice looks microscopic until you multiply it by every trade, every day, every reload. Overtraders don't lose because they're wrong more often. They lose because they pay rent more often. Landlord 2, the spread, the gap between the buying price and the selling price. Every time you cross it, the market maker on the other side pockets the difference. That's not a scam, that's literally their job. But learn the seating chart. They get paid by your traffic, not by your predictions. They don't need to know where the price goes. They need you to keep clicking. Landlord 3, perp soldiers already know this one from part 1. Funding. Hold the crowded side of a perpetual and you pay the other side an hourly toll just to keep the position open. The silent tax, never on the chart, never sleeps. Now stack all 3 against the studies you just saw. Those Taiwan traders were losing money before costs, and transaction costs roughly tripled the bleeding. The house math isn't rigged against you personally, recruit. It's worse. It's indifferent. It collects from every seat at the table and it never takes a day off. The first quiet fortune in every gold rush belonged to the man selling shovels. Same wasteland, new shovels. One more thing about rent, recruit. Of the three landlords, you only control one, frequency. Every click signs a lease. Trade half as often and you've halved the rent. The quiet operators know that math cold. Formation check. If this briefing is arming you, hit subscribe and ring the bell. And if you're walking this wasteland solo, don't. The Defi Warlord's home base is in the description. Squad up, back to the ledger. Now the answer to the title. 5 lanes where money actually gets made out here, ranked from Open 21 down to Don't Try This at Home. Lane 1, the long hold. Buy assets you understand and can defend, size the position like a survivor and let time do the heavy lifting. It is the least cinematic strategy in crypto, no adrenaline, no screenshots, and it's the lane with actual survivors because its enemy isn't the market. It's your own patience. The volatility is the fee you pay for the seat. Miss that and you'll sell the bottom to someone running lane 1 properly. The lane 1 veterans measure in years and act like it. Time in the wasteland beats timing the wasteland, not because it's poetic, recruit, because the fee math says so. Lane 2, the yield yard, staking, yield farming, liquidity pools, lending. Real yield exists, networks genuinely pay for security, pools genuinely pay for liquidity. But run the recon before you park a single coin, and the recon is one question: who pays this yield and why? If the answer is real fees and you can verify it, that's a crop. If the answer is new deposits, or there is no answer, then you are not earning the yield, recruit. You are the yield. Honest staking pays single digits, not triple. A banner promising 400% is just a screenshot with extra steps. Lane 3, the payroll. The most underrated lane in the wasteland, get paid by the industry instead of betting against the house. Code, content, design, community, research. The bull market pays traders sometimes. The industry pays builders every cycle, both directions. Even airdrop farming lives on this lane, early users compensated in tokens for real participation. But know the terrain. It's industrialized now, and your racing wallet farms 1,000 deep. The payroll lane compounds the one asset no market can liquidate, your skills. Lane 4, the house SCATS, market making, funding capture, basis trades. The professional lanes where the players get paid by flow, by being the landlord, not by calling direction. I'm naming this lane, not teaching it. It takes capital, code, and math that eats hobbyists for breakfast. But now you know it exists, and it explains who was winning this whole time. And lane 5, the compound. The meta lane that powers all the others. Whatever lane you run, a small, real, repeatable edge plus time minus catastrophes. No single trade makes you. One blow-up unmakes you. Boring, repeated, survivable. That's the entire cheat code, and it's exactly why nobody screenshots it. Across every lane, the survivors keep repeating the same 3 things, and not one of them is a price target. 1. Defense first. Paul Tudor Jones, billionaire trader, the Market Wizards interview. The most important rule of trading is to play great defense, not great offense. The man assumes every position he holds is wrong and plans the exit before the entry. Sound familiar, squad? That's part 2 of this series in a Wall Street accent. 2. Wealth is invisible. Morgan Housel, The Psychology of Money. Wealth is what you don't see. The screenshot is the exact opposite of wealth. It's spending your edge on applause. The real winners look boring on purpose. 3. The edge is information verified. Every quiet lane runs on the same fuel, knowing something true before you act and checking it before you trust it. Recon before conviction, the same oath that keeps a scout alive out there keeps an account alive in here. The loud lanes run on the opposite fuel, believing something exciting because a stranger posted it. Out here, verification beats conviction, every single time. It's the whole reason we built the Forge the way we did. It shows the rust loud before your money finds it. A tool for recon, never a tip, defense, invisible compounding, verified information. Notice what's missing from that list: recruit, luck, Lambos, leverage. The winners aren't louder than you. They're quieter. That's the tell. Full debrief squad. The screenshot is an ad. The failure math is peer-reviewed. The house collects rent from every seat at the table. And the 5 quiet lanes, the hold, the yield yard, the payroll, the house seats, the compound, that's where the money actually lives. And the hooks promise, paid in full. The lanes open to you on day 1 are the hold, the payroll, and the compound. The others, you now see clearly enough to stop feeding. One rule before you move out, and it's the whole briefing in 6 words. Loud is marketing. Quiet is math. Now squad report, which quiet lane are you actually running? Be honest. Drop it in the comments. The wasteland already knows. Next briefing, the vault. How traders lose everything after they win, the keys, the cons, and the hunters that stalk winners. Making it is a skill. Keeping it is a war. That's part 5. The full intel lives on the Defi Warlord Forge. That's the briefing, squad. Stay sharp out there. Subscribe. Turn bell notifications on. Join our Defi Warlord's home base, link in the description. And salute to the squad.